what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I have some cuttings that I've had on my windowsill for a little bit that we're going to repot today, and maybe a little Dion Edule seed update. So let's get started. I have a few of these Scindapsus cuttings. I have this one kind of ugly pothos that honestly the roots are kind of small, but I'm getting impatient and I'm kind of just over having it in a jar, so we're gonna pot that. And then I have micans, which I'm super excited about, and I have one more container of micans that I thought I was gonna be able to pot up, but they are unfortunately not ready. Got my coffee, of course, this cute cow mug. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my micans first. Yeah, these are pretty well rooted, so I'm excited. Those are 3 separate cuttings. And then in this one is rooted. This one unfortunately is not. Bummer, so I'm gonna have to put this one back in. So I'm just gonna put these all together in a pot because they're so small. I don't really want to separate them. I think I'll just do this little guy, kind of ugly. Maybe I should do the black. Yeah, I guess I'll do black. All right, we got some soil. Now, ooh, these have some nice fuzzy roots on there. This could have easily been potted up sooner because they're pretty thick. Okay, so I decided to change pots just because the size inside this one is like slightly better, I guess. They're a little ugly, kind of funny looking, but it works for now. For this pothos one with the tiny little baby root, I decided I'm just gonna be patient and wait. I also just kind of don't feel like potting it, just this one. I'm gonna wait till my other ones are ready so I can pot them together. So yeah, I'll just wait. All right, so I keep all my Dion Edule seeds down here. Up top, we just have other cuttings, nodes, all that good stuff. I used to keep a lid on this when they were just seeds. I mean, they're still seeds, but I kept a lid on it pretty much until they all started to sprout. And then once they started sprouting, I took the lid off and now they're just chilling. And this is my one seed that has done nothing for me. So I kind of thinking it's a dud, which I'm not too mad about because the seller I bought these from has a really good sprouting like probability, whatever you want to call it. So one dud out of however many I bought, I'm not worried. Now this one is my next one that I'm about to pull out, which I'm super excited. I'm just going to wait for the tip of that to fully open up and then I will pull it out. So this bin, I don't really want to like fully slide out because I was reading that when the leaves are sprouted as much as these are sprouted, you don't want to move them around too much because you'll end up with like a wonky looking leaf. So for example, these ones are totally sprouted and this guy is super flat, which isn't like, look at that. Crazy. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not going to kill the plant. It's still alive. But if you just don't really want it to look like that, then don't move them around when they're sprouting because that's what messes them up, which makes sense because I did not know that at the time, and that's what I did with this one. I learned my lesson for these ones because, oh my God, they're so beautiful. They are not as wonky as you can see. They were like perfectly straight up when I first pulled them out from underneath here. So I don't know if just pulling them out and moving them to their spots kind of made them bend back a little, or if it's me not rotating, or if that's normal. I'm not 100% sure. If you know, maybe let me know. But they haven't bent back any more than that. So, not terrible. And I did experiment a little bit with these, with the propagation method. I don't want to move that out, but some of them are in only perlite. Some are in a mix of 50 perlite, 50 peat moss. But these two are both, these are 50/50s. Yeah, so far I'm not really seeing, like, they're all doing pretty well, and I can't really judge on which one's doing best so far, just because, and these were 2 separate batches, these seeds, and I planted them at 2 different times, and of course I lost track of what's from what, so that kind of sucks. But this one, for instance, though, all perlite, and it's coming in strong. That one's 50/50. Some of them I also even planted kind of funky, like, okay, this one's not bad. That one I did pretty nicely on its side, but there were a couple that I don't know what I was thinking. I think it was in my first batch, like this one. I put completely down instead of on its side. Here, let me put them side by side. See, that one is on its side and that one is completely face down, which I was super concerned about. And by the time I realized maybe I should flip it around, they already had well established themselves with roots. So I just kind of let it be. I did not want to risk anything. The roots surprised me. There are a lot of these that the roots are sticking out. I mean, this one also does have 3, so it could be a little crowded. But they do tend to look kind of woody after a while, which I think is super interesting. There's some more roots. Oh yeah, both sides. Maybe it's just the ones that are doubled. Maybe I should pull those out and repot. I would separate these and repot because I don't know what I was thinking putting 3 in 1, but I'm kind of nervous because I don't want to disturb them so much, because I think all 3 of these are sprouted. That one for sure. But now would be the time because I can't do it when it's like this far in. So maybe I should do them now. So looking at more of these, first of all, that's freaking mold. Like powdery mold. I don't know how harmful that is, but and also these roots are like dying in here, so I really think the ones that are barely sprouted I am going to separate and pot in their own container. And I'm also going to dump out that water. There's usually not that much water in there. Give this tub a good wipe down and place everything back in there. All the seeds have been moved and I'm trying to keep those, like I was very gently moving them, like, you know, so hopefully I didn't mess them up too much, but whatever. And I also realized I have another dud. So I guess 2. I don't know how I didn't notice that, but that's the only one, or the only other one, I should say. Okay, so this one definitely needed to be repotted. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like bulging out. And I don't want to risk like messing up any of these roots, so I'm just gonna cut the pot. I'm just gonna take the loss of this cheap nursery pot and cut it. Got some thickies. This is what we're working with now. I'm really hoping I didn't cause any extreme damage, but I think this will be a lot better in the long run. I did give the ones that I separated a nice water, and I'm keeping these ones over here. These 2, again, who knows what will come of them. I kind of think they'll end up being trash, but this one I actually found like midway through the pot, sunk in all the way at the bottom with this seed that I was like, oh my god, this one didn't root, and that was the root. So I don't know if it separated, rooted, or like rotted off. I don't know. There's no sign of rot on there though. So I pretty much just threw it in there without the seed, and I'm gonna see what happens, because you can see it was starting to give a little something. So I don't know. I also just added my micans and the Scindapsus that I potted up with the rest of my cuttings. This is my other micans that is doing so well. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video repotting seed update. I'm mostly just really excited about my Dion seeds. So anyway, I now have to clean up my whole plant room because I always make a ginormous mess. Comment, like, subscribe if you feel like it. Find me on Instagram, planty things. That's where I usually am. And I will see you in my next video.